Hello everyone, my name is David and today I'm recording this video. Let's get started. One day the last star will die and the universe will turn dark forever. It will probably be a red dwarf, a tiny kind of star. There's also the best bets to find alien life and might be able to be the last homes of humanity before the universe becomes uninhabitable. So, what do we know about them and why are they our last hope? At least 70% of all stars in the universe are red dwarfs. They're tiny stars out there with about 7 to 50% the mass of our sun. Not bigger than the planet Jupiter, but still huge though. They're also very dim. It's impossible to see them with our naked eye. You will never see them in the night sky. Even with our technology, we can clearly observe red dwarfs in our neighborhood. Approximately 20 to 30 stars close to Earth are red dwarfs. Like all stars, red dwarfs fuse hydrogen to helium, but while all massive stars accumulate all fuse helium in their cores, red dwarfs stay inactive means that helium and hydrogen constantly mix, so the use of their fuel incredibly slow before they extinguish. Red dwarfs burn so slowly that their average lifespan between 1 and 10 trillion years. By comparison, the Sun will survive for another 5 billion years. Because the universe is only 13.75 billion years old, not a single red dwarf has reached a later development stage. Every single trillions of them is still a baby. Speaking of babies, the smallest star in the entire universe is also a red dwarf because red dwarfs are right on the verge between a star at all. Just a tiny bit less hydrogen and they're brown dwarfs. Failed stars that cannot sustain fusion reaction for long. What about alien life or a new home for humanity? Since one day our sun will die, we'd actually be looking for a new home where habitable planets might also be aliens. Kepler Space Observatory has found at least half of red dwarfs host planets between 4 times the mass of our sun. Many all of them are in a habitable zone. The air gap between the stars and water can be liquid. But since red dwarfs burn relatively cold temperatures, a planet would need to be really close to a hospital, possibly as close to Mercury to our sun, or even closer, which brings in all kinds of problems. For example, a planet this close to a star would probably be tightly locked, means the same side would always face it. This side would be incredibly hot and the other side would be frozen, which made life incredibly hard to develop. Although a planet with big enough ocean might be able to distribute the star's energy and create some stability, all gravitational forces on red dwarfs could squeeze the planet and heat it up so much that it loses water over time. These planets could end up like Venus, a hot, burning hell. Another problem is that many red dwarfs in their energy output could be covered in star dots that can dim their emit light up to 40% for a month, which would cause oceans and planets to freeze over. And other time, they emit powerful solar flares. Sun outbursts of energy are incredibly powerful. These red dwarfs could double their image, which could strip away a sizable portion of the planet's atmosphere and burn it. On the other hand, their extreme long lifespan is a big plus. A red dwarf is moderate level of capability would be an amazing place that planet holds life. Life on Earth has existed for about 4 billion years, and today we have a billion years left before the sun becomes too hot that life on Earth will be not possible. We'll die out or leave Earth to look for a new home. We could build a civilization potentially trillions of years around the red dwarf with the right conditions. About 5% of the red dwarfs in the Milky Way may most habitable of a roughly Earth-sized planet that would be more than 4 billion in total. But life might not need a planet like Earth. Candidates around the red dwarf may be a moon of gas giants, also called super-Earth, really massive rocky planets. along their estimated 60 billion potentially habitable around red dwarfs. And that's in the Milky Way alone. So red dwarfs might actually be important in the survival of our future. But everything has to die at some point, even red dwarfs. When trillions of years the life of red dwarfs is about to end, it's not a very spectacular event. When its hydrogen runs out, it shrinks, becoming blue dwarf, burning out completely. When its fuel is spent, it's transformed into a red dwarf, an object as small as the Earth, packed densely amid the grins gases, mostly hydrogen for nuclei. There are no more sources and energy. It will cool extremely slowly over trillions of years until it becomes its final form, a cold black dwarf. White and black dwarfs are so fascinating they deserve their own video. Anyway, it's going to be a long time before the universe vanishes, and kind of uplifting know that humanity succeeds venturing through space. We have a lot of time before the universe turns out the light. So that's the end of the video. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.